Hello fans, I'm Bobby Broyles with the 2016 CAA Football All-Conference Award winners presented by Under Armour. Let's begin with the league's Player of the Year awards. The CAA Football Offensive Player of the Year is James Madison Jr. quarterback Brian Shore. Shore completed 156 of 213 passes for 2,026 yards and 18 touchdowns and also ran for 545 yards and 9 TDs. The junior led the nation in completion percentage and ranked second in FCS in passing efficiency. The CAA Football Defensive Player of the Year is Villanova senior defensive lineman Tano Passigno. Passigno led the CAA and ranked 12th in FCS with 19 tackles for loss and also topped the conference with 8.5 sacks. The senior also recorded 40 tackles, recovered 2 fumbles, and had a blocked kick. The CAA Football Special Teams Player of the Year is James Madison punt returner Richard Davis. Davis averaged 31.9 yards on 9 punt returns and set a CAA season record by returning 3 punts for touchdowns in 2016. The senior found the end zone on 2 76-yard returns and brought another back 75 yards for a score. Now to the Rookie of the Year awards. First on the offensive honor goes to Towson running back Shane Simpson. Simpson led the CAA and ranked 6th in the FCS with nearly 167 all-purpose yards per game. The freshman averaged a CAA best 26.9 yards on kickoff returns, including a 100-yard touchdown return, and was the Tigers' leading rusher with 784 yards and 3 touchdowns. The CAA Football Defensive Rookie of the Year is New Hampshire defensive back Prince Smith Jr. Smith led the Wildcats and ranked 2nd in the CAA with 5 interceptions, 2 of which he returned for touchdowns. The freshman made 25 tackles and was among league leaders with 11 pass breakups. The CAA Football Coach of the Year is James Madison's Mike Houston. Coach Houston guided James Madison to a 10-1 overall record in the school's first outright CAA football championship since 2008 with a perfect 8-0 mark. The Dukes, who earned a number 4 national seed and a first-round bye in the FCS playoffs, closed the season on an 8-game winning streak, including 3 road victories over nationally ranked opponents. And finally, the CAA Football Chuck Boone Leadership Award, given annually to the player that best embodies the highest standards of leadership, integrity, teamwork, and sportsmanship, is New Hampshire senior defensive back Casey DeAndrade. DeAndrade was outstanding on the football field, earning first-team All-CAA honors as a cornerback and third-team All-CAA accolades as a punt returner. The Wildcats captain also excelled in the classroom, receiving first-team academic All-District honors. Now let's move on to the 2016 CAA Football First-Team Offense. At quarterback, a junior from James Madison, Brian Shore. At running back, a senior from JNU, Khalid Abdullah. At running back, a sophomore from UAlbany, Elijah Ibitoken Hanks. At fullback, a junior from UAlbany, Anthony Manzo Lewis. At wide receiver, a senior from Richmond, Brian Brown. At wide receiver, a senior from James Madison, Brandon Ravenel. At wide receiver, a sophomore from Maine, Micah Wright. At tight end, a junior from James Madison, Jonathan Klusterman. On the offensive line, a senior from Richmond, Thomas Evans. A senior from James Madison, Mitch Kirsch. A senior from New Hampshire, Tad McNeely. A junior from Stony Brook, Timon Paris. A junior from James Madison, Aaron Stinney. And a senior from William & Mary, Jerry Ukokwe. At kicker, a sophomore from Richmond, Griffin Trow. At kick returner, a freshman from Towson, Shane Simpson. And a punt returner from James Madison, Richard Davis. Now for the 2016 All-CAA Football First Team Defense. The defensive linemen include a junior from James Madison, Andrew Ankra. A senior from Richmond, Winston Craig. A senior from Villanova, Tano Passigno. A senior from Maine, Pat Ricard. And a senior from New Hampshire, Cam Shorey. The first-team linebacker corps consists of a junior from Delaware, Charles Bell. A senior from Villanova, Austin Calitro. A senior from Richmond, Omar Howard. A senior from UAlbany, Michael Nicastro. A senior from Maine, Christoph Malumba Shamanga. The first-team cornerbacks are a senior from New Hampshire, Casey DeAndrade, and a senior from James Madison, Taylor Reynolds. At first team safety, a junior from James Madison, Raven Green. And a junior from Villanova, Rob Roll. And at punter, a senior from Towson, Jake Ryder. Now introducing the All-CA football second team offense. Followed by the All-CA football second team defense. Next up, the All-CA football third team offense. And finally, the All-CA football third team defense. Congratulations to this year's CA Football Award winners. Don't forget, 4 CA football teams are headed to the FCS playoffs. Villanova, New Hampshire, and Richmond will be hosting a first-round game this Saturday, November the 26th, as Villanova takes on St. Francis. The Spiders welcome North Carolina A&T, and UNH squares off with Lehigh, with the winner earning a trip to take on James Madison in round 2. All 3 of these contests are set for a 2 p.m. kickoff and can be seen live on ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app. For more information on the 2016 CA Football Award winners and the FCS playoffs, visit cafootball.com.